Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can. I can. Hopefully, everybody else also can see your screen.
Please, if you can see my screen, leave a message in the chat section or just...
Yes, an emoji or anything. Let's know that you can see the screen. Okay, Daniel can't see the screen. Timmy can't see the screen.
Okay.
Okay, the Rose can't see the screen. Yeah, I think, yeah, almost everyone can see the screen, or everyone.
Okay, 708. How many are we now? We are 9. We can kick off, yeah?
Oh, okay.
So it's clear, everyone can hear our voices. So today's chart is about email marketing, basically how we can sell with email, how we can learn to sell with email. You'll find out that the two things we'll be talking about today all meet at a point. They all meet at a point. So let's keep our minds open. If you have questions you want to ask, there'll be time for questions and answers. So it's going to be a chat because most of us here, in short, everyone here has basic knowledge of copywriting. You're not new to copywriting. You've been seeing what people are doing with copywriting when it comes to email marketing, when it comes to sales pages, when it comes to DSLs, ads, and everything. But we are focusing on just one aspect of it, the aspect that has brought both me and Godson the results we've seen in our businesses and in our lives. So if you can hold on to this, it's going to be a game changer for the rest of your year, for the rest of your life. You can hold on to it. And it's because of that hope that most of us are here. So before we begin, I would like to introduce Godson. So everybody in this class, you're either from Godson's list or you're from my list, meaning you're either in Godson's community or you're in my community or you're in both our communities. And you follow us or you've been following us for a reason. For those of you that don't know Godson, because you're on my list, we learned under the same person, became friends, and we've done things together. He's helped me, he has helped him, but he's amazing when it comes to working for foreign clients. He has cracked gold, and that is something that most of us here want, myself included, how to work with these US-based businesses, because you know that they pay better for less stress. So the work you're going to do, please mute your mic if you're coming in. The job you have to do to sell, it's easy when you're selling to people who have the money to pay for your service. I'm trying to see whose mic is on so I can mute it.
Yes, please help us by muting your mics.
Please.
So we don't have interferences.
Okay, I'm good to go. So working for foreign clients basically means in a month, you can charge $1,000 at least from one person. If you're lucky enough to have the kind of problem that Godson has, and you have more than one person, imagine 4 people paying you $1,000 in Nigeria. You do the conversion and it makes a lot of sense. Less people, more money. That's what all of us want. That's why most people leave their 9 to 5. Let's work more money, as it were. So this is where Godson is an authority. So he's going to come in and give us a breakdown, a step of how to go from zero to hero, how to attract and retain this kind of clients with the skills of email marketing. So if there's any question you would have, anything you would want, he's going to share his experience, and let me not hold him up. Let him begin. So Godson, over to you. Just tell me when to continue with the slides.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, good evening, people. So first off, since this is a talk, I'll be more relaxed because I'm not much of a talker. I'm more of a writer. I usually tell people, but I'm going to try my best to interact with all of us. Yeah, so we are going to be talking about, as Jude said earlier, we're going to talk about getting foreign clients, even while you are in Nigeria. So here's the thing. When I was starting out as a copywriter, I think the first pull I had, the first story that pushed me into copywriting was from a guy named Jake Victor, who mentioned that he earned $5,000 a month writing for a UK fashion brand. And I was like, $5,000 a month. I went to do the maths, and what I was seeing there was, man, I think the rate of dollar then was 500. Yes, it was 500. So that's a lot of money. I will leave you to do the math later on. But it's a lot of money. And I was like, somebody in Nigeria, in Lagos to be precise, sat in his home and was earning $5,000 is good money in US. In case you don't know, it's also good money in US. And here was somebody in Nigeria making it. That was what like pushed me to go after foreign clients. And then I think he mentioned something too. He said the same work you do for Nigerian clients, and they pay you, let's say $500,000, 500,000 naira. Sorry, 500,000 naira. You do the same work for a foreign client, and they can pay you like $2,000. $2,000 is up to $1 million. So look at that, that's double what a Nigerian client will pay you. That is why I always advise people. It's cool to work with local clients. It's cool. But if you are looking for something with a higher ROI, and if you have, how should I put it? If you want something that pays you more while you do the same amount of work with the same amount of time, you should target foreign clients. And here's the thing about foreign clients. They are not, I believe everyone here is Nigerian, so I'm going to speak in context of a Nigerian. So most foreign clients, the ones I've worked with, they do not hassle you the way Nigerian clients hassle you. I've worked with the Nigerian clients, and before you get them to pay you your money, you will crawl from here. It's not all of them. I'm not like generalizing it. I'm talking based on my own experience. But the Nigerian clients I worked with, before you get them to pay you your money, you will send messages upon messages upon messages. But the foreign clients I've worked with, you just show them the invoice, and right there and then, they send you your money. The ones I've worked with. I think there was a time when this guy had delayed, a foreign client I worked with had delayed for like 2 days. And then we got on a call, to talk about his business. And I was like, bro, you haven't paid me for the last one. He apologized. And right there and then, in my presence, he paid me my money. Ease. That is ease. That is why I preach foreign clients. So I understand that some of us, we want to work with these foreign clients, but we think like there are so many reasons, so many things hitting us here and there as to why we don't get clients. But I want to tell you today that first of all, It's all in your head. The first thing that is stopping you from getting clients, in fact, whether both foreign or local, is all in your head. Number one, I am not good enough. So many people I know, I have a friend of mine who is, this girl knows how to write. She's not necessarily into direct response copywriting, but she knows how to write. Like I read her stuff and I'm like, if I could write like this, I would be charging people $10,000. But then she has this limiting belief that she's not good enough to be paid in dollars for her work. It took a lot of reorientation from me for her to get her first $50. It was that $50 that now opened her mind and she was like, oh, somebody can pay me in dollars for my writing. I think now she charges like $1,000, 1.5, and I'm happy for her. So that's the first thing. That's the first mental barrier you need to break. Thinking that, hey, I'm an African, a Black African. How will I get foreign? I'm not good enough for the foreign clients to pay me. You need to trash that mentality. You need to trash it. So long as you know your stuff, you've put effort into being good at what you do. Nothing is stopping you from earning in dollars. That's number one mental barrier you need to break. Number two, people say the market is saturated. When people say this, I ask, saturated how? Go online, go to Google and browse how many businesses, online businesses are in the world. And then browse how many copywriters are in the world. You see that the market is saturated. I don't know what to even call it, but you should not believe this. You should not. If you wake up in the morning and the first thing you say to yourself is, there are no clients, there are no clients, you will not get any clients. I am telling you, when I like entered into copywriting fully, the first thing I used to tell myself every morning is, there are enough clients in this world. That's one. Then there are enough clients that will pay me in dollars. That's two. There are enough clients in this world that will pay me in dollars and not stress me. I kept saying this to myself. And so far, till date, every foreign client I've worked with did not stress me. So the market is saturated, is a mental barrier that you need to break and lose. Wherever I see anybody saying it, either shun them or turn the other way and move away from them. The market is not saturated. And another third barrier is, I don't know if I can work with foreign clients. This is understandable because here's the thing. The way you write for a Nigerian market is not the way you write for a market in the US. It's not the way you write for a market in the UK, which is also not the way you write for a market in France. They all have different, in fact, the way you write for a market in the Black community is different from the way you write for a market. How should I put it? I don't want to sound, but you get the point. You get what I'm trying to say. So these different markets have different ways of, you approach them differently. You need to have that at the back of your mind. The way you write for the market in the UK is not the way you write for the market in the US. So if you say you don't know how to work with foreign clients, it is understandable, but it is also a barrier you need to break. You need to tell yourself, I know how to work with foreign clients. If others are doing it, I can also do it. The fourth one, in fact, if this is your mentality, we should not even be having this discussion. If you are saying you are okay with working with local clients and earning in Naira only, that's cool, good, pack up and leave this talk. This thing is not for you. But If you know deep down that you rather earn in dollars, you'll be less stressed, be well compensated for your work, foreign clients is the best for you. Moving on, those are the mental barriers you need to break. I need you to break them now. Next slide, please. So now, let's move on to the real reasons why most people don't like, why most people are not able to work with clients. Number one, they are not good enough yet. I know this is like counterintuitive because I mentioned something different earlier, but the thing with this is confidence level. Now, I'm not bragging, but if I get a foreign client, I just need to read the former copy that has worked for them, and I will be able to model it to suit that client. I'll be able to get them results. Now, most copywriters cannot do this. Most copywriters do not know how to get their clients results. That is why they cannot get clients. They are not good enough. First of all, let's say you even get a client and then you cannot deliver. And then your work ethics, I think we'll get down to that later. But then your work ethics is below par. You will not keep that client. In fact, from your proposal, the clients will know whether or not they want to work with you. It's as simple as that. And that is the main reason why most people are not getting foreign clients. They are not just good enough yet. Two, they are looking in the wrong places. You are in a Nigerian Facebook group looking for foreign clients. How come? What sorcery do you plan on using? What sorcery do you plan on using? Go to the right places. Now, let me give you a trick I use on Twitter. Now, on Twitter, there are so many communities. Like, Twitter has different communities. There is money Twitter, there is copywriting Twitter, there is banter Twitter, there is white Twitter, there is black Twitter, there is comedy Twitter, like that, and so on and so forth. You get. Now, what I do is I go to copywriting Twitter. I find the foreigners, like those people from UK, US, who are good at what they do in copywriting, and then I follow them. I know that the kind of content they post attracts their fellow US business people. So I follow them and I instruct my timeline, optimize my timeline actually, so that it shows me just tweets from these people. If you open my Twitter, you will barely find tweets from banter and all that, and Cruz and all that. No, what you see on my Twitter is copywriting, marketing, and business owners in the foreign market. This makes it easy for me. I know who is who. I know how to approach them. I know how they think because I've been in their markets. That is how I'm able to, I'm just giving you one simple trick, how I get foreign clients on Twitter. So most Nigerian copywriters are looking in the wrong places. And where you can't find foreign clients in your Nigerian Facebook group. Okay, you might find Nigerian clients who are based in the US there. That is also another factor. But if you are looking for the full-on foreigners who have businesses abroad, you should look for them where they are. I just gave you on Twitter, and LinkedIn is what I use. Upwork also has. So that's that. The third one is they do not know how to approach clients. Now, let me tell you this thing. A client knows whether they might hire you from the first impression you make. I learned this very early in my copywriting career. When I came on LinkedIn, I was booking calls like a madman. Like I was having interviews like a crazy person. In a week, I could have like 3 interviews with 3 different companies. Why? I knew how to approach them. You need to sound like these people if you want to. You need to write like them. You don't need to speak like them. You need to be able to write like them. They write in a set. They need to read what you sent to them in the language in their head. I don't know how to explain this broadly, but let me try. The way you read a book in your head, the voice in your head is sounding Nigerian. I'm pretty sure it is with the Nigerian accent, you read a book. But I will write something now. If I write something now and send it to you, and I want to read it in an American accent, you are going to read it with an American accent in your head. If I'm making sense. If I'm making Okay, can everybody hear me? Please drop emojis or something in the comments so I know you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. So where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking of how you approach clients. Now I was saying there is a way you write to the foreign markets that makes it sound like how they read it in their head. Let me break this down. Yes, I was saying there is a way you approach, you get your clients from the first approach. They read the first message you send. Maybe you send a DM on Twitter, on LinkedIn, or on Upwork, or whatever. There's a way you craft it, and then they read it like this person knows how to write. I'm telling you, I have numerous messages I got when I was reaching out to clients on LinkedIn. And just from my first DM that they read, they'll be like, you are a good copywriter. This is a good DM you get. And that moves them on to have an interview with me. So that first approach is very, very necessary. I have a graphic designer friend who I took my own approach. I sent it to him. He modeled it and he was getting responses. So I know what I'm saying. You need to tailor your first DM to sound irresistible. Most people don't know how to do this. That is why most people don't know how to get foreign clients. Another one, they don't know how to sell themselves. Now, let me give you another trick I use. When I'm reaching out to clients, I do 2 things. Either of these 2 things. One, I make sure my the DM I send is very, very tailored to them, that they read it and they're like, I like this, let's hop on a call and have an interview. Another thing I do is I add a portfolio, whether they ask or not. I send them a portfolio. You see, the thing with these foreign clients that they just want to see what you are capable of doing. They want to read your work, and even if it is 50% close to what they are looking for, I'm telling you, they will hire you. I am telling you, I'm speaking from experience. They will hire you. So what I do is I attach a portfolio. This shows them a portfolio that is related to that niche. And this shows them that they click the link. First of all, it does 2 things. Adding a portfolio shows that you are serious about working with them. 2, it shows that you want to prove to them that you know your onions. And then it shows that they don't have to start hassling you to get and say, hey, let me see what you can do and all that. You put everything into that your first impression and you make a good impression. They open your portfolio, they see what you can do. Now, most people don't know how to sell themselves. They don't know how to, their portfolio, most don't even have a portfolio that sells what they can do. When I started out, I had a portfolio of my works, my landing pages, my emails. I arranged everything. And then I just sent it to different clients. And that portfolio closed me good deals. close me good deals. So you need to be able to sell yourself to this client. You need to read your work and say, this person knows the principles of copywriting, or this person has worked in a similar business as mine. That means I can work with them. Better yet, if you've gotten results for a client in that niche before, you can attach it to that portfolio. When they click it, it is detailed. They read it, they see professionalism. That is, I think that is a very good word. Professionalism attracts foreign clients. They want to see how capable you are. And most people fail at this. That's why most people struggle to get foreign clients. Now they lack good work ethics. Okay, so I'm going to be vulnerable here and I'll be honest. I once had a client, he was paying me well and everything was running smoothly. But then I became complacent, I became lazy. The fire I used when we just signed the contract, you get, I think in the 4th or 5th month, it started dwindling, it started coming down. And I later lost that client. So I don't want you to make that mistake. I later lost that client. These people want to see that you are active. They want to see results. They want to see how you over communicate. They want to know what is happening with their business. You need to be up and doing. When it comes to working with foreign clients, you need to be up and doing. I am telling you, if you work twice as hard as your counterpart, let's say a US copywriter, if you work twice as hard as them for a US business, that US business will keep you. Everything I'm telling you is from my own experience. That US business will keep you because they value solid work ethics, which most I've seen that most copywriters lack. So those are the real reasons, aside the mental barriers, why most copywriters lack are not able to get foreign clients. Next slide, please. So if you are with me so far, please drop an emoji. Let me know that I am communicating with you. I want to see emojis. I want to see emojis. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so how to break free from the barriers. So number one is, and I cannot emphasize this enough, you need to work. Let me give you guys a trick that has helped me in my career. I am obsessed with, sorry, excuse me. I'm obsessed with copywriting. I'm telling you, I am always reading a marketing book. I am always writing. If I'm not writing emails, I'm writing on LinkedIn. I'm writing on Twitter. I am obsessed with it. And it shows. Please, Michael, can you put off your mic? Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Where was I? I was saying I am obsessed with copywriting. And it shows in the way I write. It shows in the way I approach clients. It shows in the way I work with clients. They can see that I love copywriting. In fact, let me tell you guys a story. I once had a client who he recently sent me a very long testimonial. I worked with him for close to a year. He sent me a very long testimonial. I think Jude will remember. And
yes, I do.
This guy asked me, while I was working with him, he used to tell me, you don't sound the way you write. This English is not like your mother tongue. English is not your mother tongue, yet you write so well in it. How come about it? And this guy, till now, he enjoys my work. I still work with him till now. We still have side projects every once in a while. He cannot see himself working with a different copywriter aside me. That is why you need to be obsessed with your skill. You need to be so good. You need to, every day, you need to work hard so that these people see, these clients see that losing you will hit them hard. That's one. Now, how do you get good at your skill? Number one is you get mentors. I have been mentored by 5 people or more than, but if I'm to talk about direct mentorship, 5 people. One is from Nigeria. One is from France. One is from US. One is from the UK. These guys have been my pillars when it comes to copywriting. That is what I'm able to write. The first email I wrote, I sent it to one of my copywriter, a lady. This lady finished me. She finished me. She was like, this is the worst email she has ever read in her life. There was no flow. She did not hold back. She finished me, honestly. If not that I'm obsessed with this thing, at some point, I would have just gone back to think about my life and say, maybe I'll go and become a barber or something, teach a primary school. This lady finished my email. I wrote about 5 emails and sent to her for review. I sent like 5 emails to her for review. She bastardized that thing. In fact, remembering it now is hurting me somewhere. But that really helped me to become a better writer. So you need mentors. These guys, the way why I'm able to write for US clients, because I have been mentored by a US copywriter. So I've seen how they write. I've seen how they write. I've seen how they think. I've seen the kind of lingo that they use. It's different from the way you write as a Nigerian. You need to get this into your head. I know why I'm repeating it. The way you write to a UK audience is not the same way you write to an American audience. A UK audience has flow. They have a different kind of flow to the American. The American writers, they use a lot of swear words. Well, same as the UK writers, but the American writers use, the ones I've seen, they swear in their writings more than the UK. The UK, they use the Queen's English, exactly. They use the Queen's English, so it is different. You need to get these different types of writing into your head. And the shortcut to getting this is through mentors. Mentors will show you how to write, how to sound. In writing, there's what we call writing voice and writing tone. Most people do not know this. They don't know the difference between a voice and a tone. Mentors will help you. My mentors, in fact, I am sitting on the entire swipe file that worth about $50,000. I'm sitting on it now in my Google Docs for one of my mentors. He just gave it to me. He's from the UK. A pure UK copywriter, like a pure UK copywriter. He gave me his swipe file that he acquired for close to $50,000. Free. I use it anytime I please. That is how to get better, quick. Mentors. 2, you need to shoot targeted shots. Now, this ties in with going to where the foreign clients are. You can't be, you can't be on your WhatsApp looking for foreign clients. On your WhatsApp, go to Twitter. Specifically, go to foreign Twitter, copywriting Twitter in the UK or the US. They have agencies there that are looking for copywriters. They have business owners there that are looking for copywriters. If you are good and you know how to approach these guys and your portfolio is worth looking at, you will close deals. Mark my word, you will close deals. So you need to shoot targeted shots. If you are focusing on local clients, focus on local clients. shoot shots at local clients. Your brain will be tuned to how to approach local clients. If you are focusing on foreign clients, you focus on foreign clients. You tune your brain to how to focus on foreign clients. Third one is do it like you mean it. I shot a lot of shots. My people, I shot a lot of shots. On Upwork, on Fiverr alone, I sent about 300 and something proposals. They did not receive, like, without response. So before I got a client on Fiverr, I sent over 300 and something proposals. On Upwork, I sent 200 and something. I wasted 80 connects. If you're familiar with Upwork, you know what connects are. I wasted 80 connects on Upwork. So you need, but I did not back down. I kept shooting shots. The more shots you shoot, the ones that respond to you, you analyze and say, oh, this is what worked. This is what didn't work. I know how to fine tune my message, blah, 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 stuff like that. Now, the third one is, the second one is make over delivering your mantra. Here is a story. One of my first clients, I sent her a free work. I did work for her for free. And I put my heart and soul into that work and sent it to her. And she paid double. In fact, it was for free. I sent it to her for free, but she wanted to compensate me for it. She paid double what I had in my head that she would give me. She paid double for it. I over-delivered. In fact, she sent me a voice note crying. I am being honest with you. She owns a charity organization. So I wrote a very emotional copy for her company. She sent me a voice note crying and saying the story I wrote was so touching. She paid me well for it. As a copywriter, if you want to work in the foreign market, you need to over-deliver, under-promise and over-deliver. By the first client that paid me $2,000, when he came to me, he just wanted somebody to write on his profile. So I told him, okay, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. But then I knew if I wanted more from this guy, I had to do more. That is where I over-delivered. I brought my marketing expertise and I took over his entire marketing system. I did his emails, I did his lead generation, I did his posting and everything. And it was worth it. So you need to under-promise and over-deliver. Write it down somewhere. You must over-deliver. Next, you need to understand your value that you bring to the business. Now, I'm able to charge what I charge because I understand that my writing gets results. My marketing insights get results. I understand my value, and that's why I can approach foreign clients confidently because I know that when I write for them in that market, they will get results for it. And then you need to know how to sell this value that you are proposing to them. You need to know how to package it with your proposal, with your profile, everything. You need to know how to package it and sell yourself to them. That they click on this thing and they forget that you are from a third world country and they want to hire you. I think I've spent a lot of time. Chidi, sorry, Jude.
Keep going.
Jude. Yes,
You
okay,
keep going.
we still have, okay. Yes, we have two potent ways to get clients. We have inbound marketing, that is attracting your clients. Now, how do you attract your clients? You need to show your expertise online, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. I've gotten good deals from LinkedIn because of my content on LinkedIn. Like, I am always proud to share my LinkedIn profile with anybody because if you open it, you will read it and say, this guy knows what he's doing. So you need to know how to build your profile on the platform where you wish to attract your clients, even on Upwork. You need to know how to build your profile to be able to attract these clients. That is inbound marketing. So that they see your profile and be like, hey, I like this guy. I want to work with him. And I'm willing to pay good money for him. That is inbound marketing. Then we have outbound marketing. I like how this one, sporadic spray shot. This is where you get, say, a machine gun and you're just spraying. As you are just shooting shots. That's what I did earlier in my career as a copywriter. I was shooting shots sporadically. It was not targeted. It was just anywhere. I was on Twitter, LinkedIn, Upwork, wherever, shooting shots at any kind of writing business, whatever. That's also another way to get foreign clients. Another one is sniper shots. Now, this is targeted outbound marketing. This is where you target a specific kind of client in a specific kind of niche, and you shoot tailored shots at these guys. You send tailored proposals. You do tailored research on that niche. For instance, you want to be an email copywriter for UK fashion brands. You target just UK fashion brands who need email copywriters, or agencies in the US who need email copywriters. You target just agencies in the US who need email copywriters. Now, all of these are effective. But here's the thing, attracting sometimes takes time. You don't have control over it. You just have control of the kind of content you put out that attracts them, but you don't have control of who you are attracting. Okay, you do have control to some extent, but you don't have control of when they get back to you. Now, sporadic spray shots. If you shoot sporadic spray shots the way I shot mine, every day you should be getting about 5 responses from people. If you shoot the way I was shooting shots like a crazy person, you will get a lot of replies. Sniper shots, you might not get so much replies, but the ones you get will be easier to close because you'll be able to close the deal easily because you know a lot about that niche and they are looking for your kind of copywriter. So each of these work depends on you, what level you are, what kind of clients you want to work with, and maybe some other factors like that. So those are, yeah. The last one, I think this is the last one. Now, the best way to keep clients, let me use a story. When I started my copywriting journey and all that, I'm a kind of person, I like predictability. I want to be able to know that this is how much is coming in at so period. So I always targeted what we call monthly retainers. That is you offer a kind of copywriting service where every month they pay you a designated amount and you do a designated amount of work. Though that if you deliver well, I'm telling you, monthly retainers, you can work with clients for 2 years, 3 years, and you know that this is how much you are getting. That is how I always target my clients. Most of my clients, I've not worked with them for less than 6 months. It's always 6, 7, 8, 9 months, a year plus. So, and it is the best way to keep clients. Find a client, since we're talking about emails here, find clients that will pay you, that need to send out regular emails every month. You construct a deal, create an offer for them. Could be 1.5 a month, $2,000, $3,000, some go as much as $5,000 a month. And you write a certain number of emails for them and they pay you every month. Steady income, steady dollars. Second one is referrals. Now, referrals comes when you do a good job. It's what we call word of mouth marketing. When you do a really good job, people will talk about you. And those clients, the clients you've worked with, they will refer you to another client. So that way, they are passing you around in that particular niche. Hope that makes sense. They're passing you around in that particular niche, and that is how you keep them. Because when they need, you become their go-to guy for that kind of for that service, and they always look to you. Now, inbound marketing, we understand what inbound marketing. I've explained it before. This is when you attract clients. Now, the thing is, when you attract clients, they are easier to close because they came to you, and they will most likely stay longer if you do your job well. So these are the 3 best ways to keep foreign clients. Next slide. Or is there a next slide?
So this.
Hey, Jude, you take over from here.
So thank you very, very much. So if you enjoyed everything Godson had to lay on us now, please let me see emojis in the comment section. This was captivating. I saw no one left during the meeting. It was really captivating. It was supposed to be a chat, but we had a lesson instead. So I want to see those emojis in the comment section. Thank you very, very much. So Mr. Godson.
Yes, my boss.
Yeah, so you're still with us.
I am still here.
Godson has a writing program. So we'll have a writing program coming up starting on the 6th of this month. That's on Wednesday. Slots for this program, I think we have about 4 slots left, yes?
Yes.
Yes, and this program will be going deep into everything he has just said on this call. So if you're interested in that program, after this call, send me or Godson a message and find how much it costs to get in. It's going to be a 1-month program, and yes, it's going to be about getting foreign clients that will pay the kind of money he's talking about. And instead of going through all the struggles, all the suffering he went through to get his results, now you're getting direct access to everything he has. So thank you very, very much. And in the next 15 minutes, we'll go into the next one. For the next 15 minutes, rather, we'll go into the next section of this program, which is selling digital courses with email marketing. Everything all ties in with what Godson has said now. If you have the skill of selling for foreign clients, what these foreign clients, what they are selling currently, they are selling courses, they are selling coaching, they are selling books, and they are using email marketing to do it. So what they are paying you for is something you can still do for yourself. So the next 15 minutes, I'm just going to run through it. Then we'll have our question and answer session, and we'll call it an evening. Are we ready?
Yes, boss, we are ready. We are ready. We are ready.
Let's go. So, air money creation. That's how to make money selling digital products. Right now, everyone on this call would agree that selling online courses, coaching, like what you are doing here, masterminds, it's no more as new as it was back in the day. It's something that everyone is familiar with. You've either bought a course or you've taken a free course. There are lots of online universities. The traditional method of learning is slowly beginning to crumble because people are realizing that instead of going to school and learning everything about everything, I can just learn the particular thing that would make me money. Imagine if the skill you're good at now, you've been learning it since primary school or secondary school, instead of burdening yourself with further math or other skills you would not use. Imagine how good you would be. So right now, because of the internet and access to information, people with specialized knowledge are selling information that's really air money. Because it's basically like this call we are on is something I intend to sell. Except for those of you on this call, you'll get recordings for free, but this recording is something I would sell because I know it makes money, it makes people money. So this is how the digital selling digital products, it's a big thing now because of the internet and people realizing that getting specialized knowledge is the best way to get results in whatever field of endeavor. So I'll run through this. First of all, when it comes to making money online with anything, you must sell something. I know every day there's a new Ponzi scheme that comes, a new FX, a new crypto. There's always something that comes to say that this thing no longer exists, but give it a few times and a few months, a few weeks, and everything crumbles, from the MMMs to every Ponzi scheme you can think of. The surest way you can make money online, that I've seen people do anyway, is by selling something. It could be a skill, like what Godson was talking about when you sell your skill to foreign businesses, or a product. So online, you can sell physical products, but on this call, we'll just be talking about digital products. The thing with digital products, however, is because of how it's presented to people, when you see affiliate marketers with their screenshots, you see coaches, course creators saying about how much they make selling products online. The idea is different. Most people that get into the business, they get in asking the first question, which is wrong. I did it and it hurt me, which is, how much can I make selling products online? If you get into anything for the money at first, it's never a good fit. At least all of us here have stories of when you get into something and before the money comes, you've already lost the interest, you've lost the zeal to do anything about it. So you don't know, okay, fine, this is what I'm getting into. When you now get into it, you see the difficulties and you want to quit because it's not making sense. The money is not there and they're asking you to do things that are uncomfortable for you at the moment. So how much you would make with this skill is dependent on every other thing we would talk about for the next 10 minutes. Then we can now talk about the realistic figure you can make with this skill, because the money that is made from this skill is why all those US business owners can hire you if you are good at email copywriting and pay you $1,000, $2,000. It means they are making 10 times that amount or 20 times. But if you don't know everything that they are doing to create those digital products or sell them yourself, it's difficult for you to understand how their business works or how it can work to your own advantage. So the first thing we have to go with everything is, why do people fail at selling digital products? If it's this big, I think it's worth 7 point something billion worldwide now, how come so many people get into it and it's always the same set of people that make money with it? Is because most people, they follow the money, which is the wrong question. Secondly, there's no value creation. I know with the Ponzi schemes, I'll still keep going back to Ponzi scheme because I've been hurt a lot. Everybody goes with trying to make money out of nothing. But if there's no value, there's no authority. If there's no authority, nobody will pay you money. The reason any of us can go to a doctor, a pharmacist, a chemist, and pay for something is because we know this person is an authority and we are paying for something that would help us in the long run. So the last one is, you don't know the first thing about selling. Let's say you want to follow your passion, or you want to follow something that will make you money. You start creating value, you have authority. If you don't know how to sell, you would still not make money. That's why I say the golden rule is you have to sell something. So if you don't know how to sell, you have to get people that can sell, or else there's just no money at the end of the table. That's why copywriters are in high demand, and people who do the skill that we are going to be talking about in the serenaded writing program are in high demand, because when you learn how to sell, people with the first two would always need you to make money with everything they know, all their experiences. So the first question you should be asking is, what do people who sell or who make money selling digital products, what do they have in common? From those I've worked with the best-selling author on Amazon, I've worked with course creators, I've worked with influencers. They have two things in common, which is they are authority on a subject matter, just how Godson had come and has talked to us about email marketing and the opportunities with it. You'd see the confidence with which he speaks. You know, he has a handle on the subject matter. He's an authority. He knows what he's talking about. It's not something he has read in books. It's something he's doing. This is how authors that write books that we buy, is because we know that these people are doing these things, or we believe they are doing these things. That's why we can pay for what they are producing. And secondly, you have to know how to sell, or a great marketing team. If you think about the best product, best things you've heard about, they are not really the best things. They are just the best marketed things. If you look at it, there's someone somewhere who plays better football than Messi. There's someone somewhere who's a better painter than Picasso. But if those people, we don't see their work, there's no how we can know. If there's no marketing behind it, is not something that any of us would want to aspire or would get into our space, because there's limited time on everybody's hand. And what you see is based on how much people push or talk about it. Then two ways to sell when it comes to digital products is either your product, that means you're creating a book, you're selling your courses, you're selling your coaching services, you're selling your expertise in a particular skill. Let's say you're a nurse, you're skilled and you're selling something that's your own product, a product you create, or you're selling other people's products. Those of us in the Nigerian make money online markets, we know about affiliate products and selling other people's products, be it digital courses. The 72 IG was a big hit, or email marketing courses, anything at all. Or you can be like me and do both. You create your own products, you sell other people's products, or you have joint products. But before you do any of this, there are two things you should know that will now help you decide, okay, fine, this is where I want to go with this selling digital product thing. The first one is, if it comes to creating your own products, it takes a lot of time. I know, because this serenade writing program that we are starting on the 6th, we've been working on it for the past 2 months, 2 or 3 months. Constant calls, designing, okay, this is how it's going to go. And it's going to take another 1 month. And the whole time is going to take to help the students, get them from here, create their profile. Everything it's tasking. It's not something that is very easy. There are trial and error. If you don't know your niche, it's going to be a problem. You must have results. If you don't have results to show for what you want to tell people you can do, nobody is going to buy from you. Trust me. Then lastly, it's a labor of love. The serenade writing program is going to be a 1 month intensive program with Godson. The amount he's going to charge for that program, he would make more if he spends that time hunting for clients. If he gets one client and spend that time with that one client, it's going to make more money from that client. That's why it's a labor of love. It's people that want to give back that go this route of creating their own products. Authors, coaches, it's not just for the money. They are doing it to serve a purpose. Then I wanted to talk about this value ladder system, but it's something we'll talk about in the serenade writing program since we are all out of time. Then the second one about digital products is you can be an affiliate to someone's digital product. That means you sell people's products, and the best product to sell is the product that you've gone through. But still, to sell, you need to be an authority. That means you have to know what you're talking about. That is the best way to sell digital products. Then 4 things to stand a chance with making money online selling digital products. First of all, this authority, that's knowledge of what you're talking about. Traffic, that's leads. Are you going to be posting content that will attract people to you, or you're going to be running paid ads? I do both. Then the third one is offer, what to sell. You see how we've talked about selling almost 3 times. If you are not selling anything, you are not making money online. Then the last one is the best marketing channel to sell digital products with, which is emails. And that's why we are talking about email marketing here. Unlike physical products rather, digital products are sold based on know, like, and trust factor, even the physical product. But with emails, you can get people to know, like, and trust you with the amount of emails you send, the stories you tell, how you connect with people. Secondly, with emails, people are conditioned to read emails for opportunity. They want to be entertained. They want something that when you open your email, you're not looking for just gist, you're not looking for cruise, you're looking for things that would help you make more money, you're looking for jobs. And the statistics show that email marketing outsells all other channels of marketing. Then how much can you make from selling digital products? So let's say you have a product that's selling for 25K a pop, and you're selling 50 in a month. You're in control of how much you can make. That's basically the rundown on if you're building your business model on creating your own product or selling other people's product, and you decide email marketing is the way you want to go through it. That means if you're a copywriter, you have a course you want to create, you have a solution you want to sell, then this is the route to go. So I think this is the end. We've had time, so it's time for questions and answers. If you have any questions, please unmute yourself or raise your hand and I'll unmute you, then ask the question. If it's on client acquisition, Godson would answer. If it's on the selling digital products, I would answer so we can wrap it up because we've spent a lot of time today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, okay. Could everyone hear me? Because I was just rapping.
Yes, yes, yes. We can hear you.
Okay, okay, okay. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Godson. So any question, if there are no questions, you can drop something in the group and we'll get back to you because it's supposed to be like 45 minutes, but we've spent more than an hour. So any questions? Okay, if there are no questions, we'll stop here. I would send this recording to the group. And if you want to be a part of the Serenade Writing Program, where we'll talk about foreign clients, how to get them, how to keep them, how to build the skill that you need, creating your Stripe file, how to sell yourself. Those of you that would want to have a peek at Godson's 50,000 Stripe file, Godson, you help us with that, right?
Yes, people in the Serenade program might get access to it.
Okay, okay, okay. So,
I think you have a question.
oh, okay, Godson, I think that's for you. How does one write a DM that will impress a foreign client?
Oh, okay, okay. Well, the thing is, I think I've touched on that during the program, during this talk. How I said, you need to, if it's a US client, I mentioned it, there is a way US clients write, there is a way they sound. You need to know how to write like them. If you are targeting a UK client, and this is where research comes in, you research that client, know their region, know the kind of, know how they talk, and then send them DMs. I've sent a DM to an American guy that lives, I think he lives in Puerto Rico or so. And then I used a slang that they use. And immediately he sends me a link to book an interview so we could talk. So that's how you approach them. You do your research, you know what kind of words they use, what kind of slangs they use. You know how to fine tune it, send it to them, you get responses. I teach more about this in the Serenade program.
Thank you.
So that's that.
So, Jeff, I don't know if that answers your question.
Jeff, are you with us? Does that answer your question? Was it Jeff? Yeah, I think Jeff.
It's Jeff. I think, okay, he had a follow-up. Won't it sound unprofessional using slangs?
That is why I mentioned research. You research the kind of clients. The story I used a slang because I saw that is how the clients talk. Hope that makes sense. You research, you find out how that client talks. And you know if it's on LinkedIn, there are some words you cannot use. Platforms to differ. Now that client I used a slang for was from Twitter. Twitter is not your traditional professional platform like LinkedIn, where everyone is wearing suit and ties. Yes, on LinkedIn, there's how you. I still use slangs on LinkedIn, but I know how to fine tune those slangs so they don't sound professional. Hope that makes sense, Jeff. Okay, okay, he's got it.
So thank you. Thanks everyone for being with us. If you have any follow-up on this program, just drop a message in the group. If you want to join us on Wednesday when we kick off the Serenade Writing Program, you can chat me or chat Godson and you'll be told how to get in. Thanks one and all. Have a lovely evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll drop the recording in the group when it's ready.